Today I'm here to do a pastel painting of Northern Lights, and I just figured I would bring you along and show you what I'm going to do. I'm just working from a reference photo from Pixabay, so let's get started here. I'm going to start with my pan pastels. I'll tell you the colors as I go along. Hopefully I remember to tell you. So, okay, here we go. Just gonna start over here in the corner. And this one is Payne's Gray Extra Dark. I'll attach a picture of my palette to this video to show you which pan pastels I'm using. And I'm gonna use some pastel pencils, some new pastels, maybe some other soft pastels or sticks. I don't know yet. We'll see what I do as I get along here. I'm trying not to bump my camera. I'm just using my phone, so I hope it doesn't jiggle around too much for you guys. Okay, so this is still the Payne's Gray Extra Dark, and I'm gonna start using some Violet Extra Dark a little bit over here. And I might change this as I go along. I'll see what I like and what I don't like. And that gray is a little bit too gray, so I'm going to be throwing some kind of blue in there. But for now, I'm just going to keep going with this purple. And you'll see this is a piece of pastel mat, and I've just got it on my clipboard here. I didn't tape it down on my drawing board because if I don't finish this, I'm going to do the rest of it sitting in my chair in my living room. So I wanted it something I could move around easy. I'm going to put some snow in the bottom of this later on. Okay, now on the other side I'm going to start. I'm going to use, what do I want? I'm going to use I think I'm just going to go with the lighter Payne's Gray because I want it a little bit lighter. This is just Payne's Gray. The other one is Extra Dark Payne's Gray. This side I want a little bit lighter. And these tools I'm using here, these are just soft tools, and these little tips, the covers you can slide on and off when this gets dirty. When this gets dirty, I actually just wipe it off till they start ripping. So I'll use this till it's no good anymore. There's some kind of funky lines right here. I don't know, on my pastel mat. I don't know if you can see those, if they show up on camera or not, but kind of bugging me. But I'll just work it till I get those. Hopefully the tooth will fill up and they won't show. I'm just gonna carry on with this Payne's Gray. You know, I probably should have used a bigger sponge for this or something. It takes a little bit longer like this, but these soft tools are my favorite, so I kind of use them the most. If you've ever been lucky enough to see Northern Lights, they are spectacular. When they're really dancing across the sky, there's nothing like it. See, it's a little bit lighter right in here, and that's where my colors are. My greens and the brighter greens and lighter purpley pinks are going to go in. And okay, I think that's good for now. I can always come back with pan pastels, or any pastels. You can come back in after, and pastel mat holds your Pastel is really good, so I can just keep going over and over. And I usually start with darks. Okay, let's switch these out here. I'm just moving my pan pastels, and here's my palette of all the other colors I'm going to put in there. They're just at the bottom of my page here. Let me grab a sip of my coffee. Sit back and relax. Ooh, my coffee looks like I threw up on there. Okay, I'm going to start with a bright blue. And I'll be using Q-tips to apply these, or cotton swabs, depends where you are in the world, what you call these things. Q-tips in my fingers and these smudger guys. These are awesome. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see. And I haven't planned this out. I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go. So on the very edge, I'm going to put a dark purple, and I don't have the numbers or anything for these. This is a Rembrandt pastel, I believe. I'm just going to start with the dark purple out here. And I'll use a Q-tip just to push that in a bit. This is a Q-tip I've used before, so it looks kind of grubby. I'm going to start putting some blue on there. What do we got here? This is a new pastel stick, number 244, and it's called Blue Violet. I'm just going to add some of that beside that purple. And that's a bit bright, but I'm going to also darken that up with another color, and by the time we're done, I'm going to have my hands full of colors here. Nope, I don't want that one. I want this one. I've got that too gray looking right there, but that's okay. We'll fix that. And I'm working this right off the end of my page for this part anyway. I'm going to go back in with that purple. It's kind of a pinky purple, so I'm going to probably put a darker purple at the edge of that after, but for now, I'm just going to keep it like it is. And as we get closer to that bottom of that purple, I'm going to add in a bit of kind of a light blue, because that's what I see in my reference photo. Let's go with this Carbothello pencil. And I'm going to blend this in. I'll probably make it a bit more green after this, but for now I'm just going to do that. Need a little bit brighter purple at the end there. Actually, I'm not going to put green back here. I'm just going to put this purple. I'll save the green to go with the blue. I'm going to find a Q-tip with some purple on it, or a clean one. Okay, let's start doing some green over here. Greens and blues. And they kind of come down and they go up and they kind of dance across the sky. So I'm kind of trying to follow a bit of a kind of give them a bit of a path here. And these they'll kind of fade as they go up. I've got different colors to add on to them here. So they will kind of get brighter and as they go up. It's not really the blue I wanted, but I'm going to carry on across because so they all look the same. I'm going to get them to kind of dance right off my page a bit. Okay, I need to smudge that a bit. And I can just use this same Q-tip here. It doesn't really matter if I get another blue in it because they're all in here anyway, so. Smudge these because I'm going to put layers over top with other colors. Or maybe the same color, I'll just keep adding color. Okay, I'm going to use Carbothello green, number 545 here. Let's brighten this up a bit. My reference photo has another little band down here, so put a little bit of green down here, but it's quite a bit more faded. So just go a little bit. Now I need to go back in with this green to brighten this back up underneath. And then I'm going to go back here with this purple. And then under here, I'm going to put some of this green too. And that purple kind of shows through and mixes, but that's totally fine. I want to smudge this side a bit. I don't want that standing out so much like that. I don't usually use my fingers, but today it kind of works. Okay, let's see. Find a finger that's not dirty. And if you don't like using your fingers, use one of those smudgers or a Q-tip or some gloves. I've never used gloves, but some people do. And I am going to have to use a Q-tip here because my fingers aren't doing a good enough job, but I just want to push it into that tooth a bit first. I'm just rubbing this in really good. And then again, I'm going to go over top with more layers. This doesn't look like much yet, but it's starting to come. You can kind of see they're starting to develop a little bit here. I want a little bit of more pink in my purple. I think that's what I want. Which one do I want here? I'm just trying it off to the side here on my scrap paper. No, I don't want that. I want more blue. There, I like that better. Okay. Smudge that out, just... It's just a little bit different. I'm just using a really light touch here. It just lightened that purple up a little bit. Okay, oops, I just bumped my camera, sorry. What's this over here? I'm gonna put, this is Carbothello 390. I want some more of a darker blue in here. And then I'm gonna go back in with these other green and blue later. Probably that new pastel stick again too, but I just want certain places just to have, just to break it up a bit. I could do this later too. It's not much of a difference, but it does make a difference. You can see it. I don't really have to worry about these back here too much because these are going to be very, very faded. I just want a little, just a touch in there. Right there. Okay, I think I'm mainly just going to do more of the edges of this and not get rid of that color in the center, so it stays a bit brighter. And now I'm just kind of picking and choosing. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but there's some places where I don't like quite the direction that I've got my lines going, so I'm just smudging them out a bit, kind of leaving that band in the center right through here, so it's just a bit brighter. I don't like this side right here. I'm going to grab a bit of pan pastel on my Q-tip. That's just a bit of phthalo blue extra dark. I just looked a bit too purple. Now I've got it looking too black, so I'm going to go put a lighter purple on top. And actually I like that purple, so I'm going to work that up into here. My trusty tool to blow the dust off. That's actually, I think it's to clean dust off of camera lenses. I'm just going to add a bit more of that violet, because I kind of like that right there. And that's not in my reference photo, but I like it, so it's going in mine. Put a little bit more down here. You see I kind of got heavy-handed there, but I'll work that out. You can keep doing that with your pastels. Just as long as your tooth isn't full, you can just keep going. I'm going to move. Where am I going to go? Back up here. I need a little bit. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna find, oh, maybe this one. I'm just gonna try this green, but I don't think that's what I want. No, I want more, something with more yellow in it. Give me 1 second. I just got my Pastels off to the side here. This one. Okay, I'm going to smudge that out. Let's see here. Right there. I actually like that better already, but I'm just going to put a bit of this Pastel 560 in there. It's just a little bit of yellow. Yeah, I like that. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in here. And I'll smudge that in. Just a hint of this back in here. Find a finger that's not too dirty. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Okay, so remember the order I did that right there. Oops, I just bumped my camera. Sorry about that. I like that right there. So I'm going to repeat what I did with my, that's actually 3 different colors. So I did this one first. So put this wherever I want that brightness. I'm going to go all the way across. And I am going to leave some purple and blue showing through because that's what Northern Lights do. You see all these colors and they can be intermingled. I'm going to put some over here. And I've got purple in here. I myself have never actually seen purple. Okay, so I'm back. My phone decided that my storage was full, so I had to take a break and deleted a whole bunch of videos and pictures, and I guess it would be full when you have 2,000 and some pictures on your phone and 200 and some videos, most of which are junk. So I got rid of a bunch of stuff, washed my hands, nice and clean, kind of filled my coffee, and I'm back. So we'll carry on. Now, just remember what I was doing here. And I kind of realized when I was out of the room and walking back and forth and looking at this, I don't like this right here. And what you're looking at, I think it looks quite a bit brighter than what I'm looking at, but even so, I don't like that angle. So I'm gonna smudge this out a bit and try and fix that because I don't quite like that. And I'll just go back over top of it again, but not kind of too keen on that part right there. So we're just gonna go like this and get rid of it. And it's probably okay till about there. And I'll just put some dark, go back to my pan pastels and put some dark colors back in there. I'm gonna use, what am I gonna use? I think I'll start with the violet extra dark again because it is kind of purpley here. And then I'll put some blues over top. I'm just gonna smudge that in there. And then I'll put the phthalo blue right over top. I just had that little bit of the angle was a bit more than I liked, so I'm just gonna go like that. Just blend it away on the edge here. And you can probably see, you can still see the tooth of the paper here. So I've got lots of room to keep adding more layers here. I just gotta straighten this out a bit. Okay, that's good enough for now. It's not gonna be perfect. This is kind of just a little piece I'm doing because I have to do Northern Lights for another piece. So this is kind of just my little practice piece, just to, I've done them before, but I just want to make sure I know what I'm doing when I go back to start the next piece. Okay, so let's see here. What do I want? I kind of like this color as it is right now, so I'm just going to go in and put some more of the green in there, and I'll just leave some of that showing through. I'm just gonna put a little bit less of an angle than I had before, and then it'll kind of blend into this more. Just gotta pull up my reference photo again here. It disappeared off my computer. There we go. And I don't know if I mentioned, my reference photo was just from Pixabay. So you can go on and find some Northern Lights. Pixabay just has, they're free from copyright, so you're free to use them how you want. Okay, I'm liking that angle a lot better. I'm happier with that now. Okay, I'm just gonna, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna smudge these with? I'll just use this guy again. I'm just gonna go very lightly and blend them in. I'm not putting much pressure on this at all. And I could, if I wanted to push them in more and put more layers, I could do that. Layers, not laters. I could do that, but I don't want them to completely disappear. And after I'm done this part right here, I'm gonna go put that yellow in some places, just to make that green pop a bit. I kind of work very slow, as you can tell. This is kind of taking me forever. Ooh, I like that part right there. If you don't have pan pastels, get some and try them, because they are a huge time saver. Oh, I'm liking what that's looking like. Just stepping back and looking in the camera on my phone, and it looks pretty good. Sometimes if you're not sure how something looks, take a picture of it with your phone on your camera, I should say. take a picture and look at it, and you can see if there's something in there that needs tweaking or fixing or whatever. Yeah, I'm liking this. This is looking good. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. That looks pretty good. I don't like that either. What the heck? You know what? I have this light purple. If I blend that in there, that might be okay. Put a little bit of green right here. And a little bit can go there, why not? Yeah, that's okay. What do I want here? Kind of stumbling along here. Something's really bugging me over here. I'm not sure what I want. And you can always just smudge it out. That's okay. It's not perfect, but that's okay. That'll work. Okay, what am I gonna do? I am gonna put some more, let me see. I'm gonna go in over here with this. I'm just gonna put a couple of bright spots. And I'm just gonna vary the length of them, just so they kind of blend over to this part over here. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna go with this one over top of what I just did. And this is a new pastel, number 215. That's a good color for Northern Lights. That one, and the one I used first was 245 new pastel. So I'm gonna soften those out, and then I'm gonna go over top again, but this is that yellowy one. 560 Carbothello pencil, and the other green I was using, just to recap, was 545 Carbothello. So this is the more green, and then I had this yellow over top. So okay, let's see. Where's my Q-tip? I think this is the Q-tip. I'm just gonna soften these out. We are having a blizzard here right now, and I can hear somebody on a sled outside. It's not at my house, must be my neighbor's. And I think they're nuts, but hey, they're young. I am not. Okay, I'm liking that. That looks really good. Every time I do these, every time I do Northern Lights, they're always kind of different. Sorry, I stopped. I had to listen for a second there because the wind is just howling here too. It's crazy. We haven't had much snow this winter where I am, which is nice for the fact that we don't have to shovel much, but it's not quite normal for here, because usually we get a pile of snow in the winter. Okay, let's see. I did those. I'm gonna put this green in a few places. Then here's my yellow. And when you make them kind of like my tops here, this one's going here, then it kind of, I'm trying to go to make them look kind of like a wave, because that's how they move across the sky. So I'm trying to kind of keep that in mind as I do this. So I might move, the length of this little stroke is here to here. The next one might be a little bit higher, a little bit lower down here. I'll go lower there, because I kind of want them to look like they're dancing. I'll move that one higher, then come back down a little bit lower here. And then this one I'm going to make longer yet. And this one I'm going to go all the way to the top. Yeah, that's looking really good. I hope it's showing up on your screen like it is on mine, because they're looking really good. I'm just going to let these kind of fade out. Put a little bit over here. And I'm going to, I gotta clean my pencil off. Darn it, I hit that screen again. I'm going to smudge these out with my Q-tip again. What do I want? Put a little bit back here too. Okay, I'm going to smudge those out. Find a piece of my, I gotta clean my smudger off. If you ever, don't sharpen these. They're not really meant to be sharpened. I have done that before, but then the edge gets so fuzzy. So this is actually just an old cloth, whatever, chunk of rag. And you just wipe them off. And you can get it, if you keep wiping, you'll get it to where there's not much color left, see? Very little is showing up on there now. So for my purpose right now, that little bit left, color left on there is good enough. I'm just gonna soften these out, this yellow I just put in there. And some of it I'm just gonna leave it as it is, because I kind of like it. And just make sure your strokes are long. Like don't chop it off. So like they kind of have to, you know, carry on from here down, just very softly. And some of these I might just do the bottom, because I like how I got them to look up here. So I'm just gonna, some of those I'm just gonna leave them as they are, because I kind of like that. And then I'm probably gonna go back in with my pan pastels, because this is a bit too purple up here. I should have had more blue there to start with, but whatever, that's okay. We can go back, we can fix that. Okay. I'm liking how this is looking a lot. It actually looks better than I expected. That's kind of a fun surprise. Okay, I think I like that. I'm gonna put some more blue here. That's the only, I like the rest of this over here. This part here, I don't like that yet. So I'm gonna play with that a bit more. First, I'm going to, what am I gonna do here? Just gotta check this color. I am gonna just put some darker blue back in there. Maybe even mix a bit of black in. I'll see. Let's look here. I look at my palette in the light. Here's my palette I'm looking at. I'll just kind of show you guys as I go across. I don't have much room to fit it all on my screen right now, but that's what I'm working with. Okay. So let's what? I think I will mix the phthalo blue and the Payne's gray. Okay, I'm going to show you guys that right there. I'm just going to mix it right on my palette, or my pan pastels. So you can't see, I've got the phthalo blue here. I'm going to put it in the Payne's gray. And it's kind of it's easier. This is flat. It's It's kind of a blue-gray. We'll try that. I'm going to see how that looks. You know, I should actually try this on my paper off to the side first. Yeah, that's okay. I'm just going to put it up here a bit, and I'll put some over here a bit. This is more like just to work it off my sponge. I maybe should have started over here, but whatever, that's okay. Put some down here just to get it off. Okay. Let me just smudge this down. And you know, if you wanted, you could even, I'm not doing it, but you could put stars in here with your, I have seen the Big Dipper in with Northern Lights, and it looks pretty cool. But I'm not putting any stars in this one. Okay, I like that better. Again, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get that smudger. Where did I put it? And I'm just going to... Ah, that's not working. I was going to just pull some of that down, but I worked it in too much. That's okay. Go like this. Pull it down in here a bit more with my finger. There's that green again. I don't mind that. I don't know if that's really realistic or not, but I don't mind that, so. Okay, right there, my tooth is getting full right there. I can tell that. So I like that green. Let's put clean off my yellow. I'm just wiping the tip of my pencil on my rag over here. Put a smidge of yellow just to brighten that a smidge. And where my tooth is full there, it looks like I don't like the look of that, so I could probably get a little bit more something like this just to break that up. It doesn't look quite right. What do I want there? There, that's okay. This looks too weird. Okay. I think I'm going to call that done. Right here, what you guys see is a little bit different. It looks a little bit more white on your screen, I think, than on mine. So I think I'm going to leave it like that as it is. But anyway, I think we'll call it done. That is my Northern Lights. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below and I'll try and answer them for you. And I might tweak this a bit more, but for now we're going to call it good. Thanks for watching. Bye.